trail extension.
Bring it on. The sooner, the better.
We are checking out the progress on the Campion Trail and hearing about ideas to make it even longer. Plus an update on a Campion crime, the case of a stolen wood sculpture. Atrium attraction.
It's so bright and beautiful inside. I love what they've done with it.
An Irving hotel gets more than $5 million in renovations, and we are checking out the upgraded space. Mobility and momentum.
This gives us an opportunity to highlight the new things that are out there.
Leaders gather at the convention center to talk about the future of transportation and how we may all get around in the future. Plus, the company expanding in Irving and jamming to the beat at the Toyota Music Factory. Now on City Source. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. Let's get right to our top story. Irving has big plans for a local attraction that is already popular for fitness and recreation. An extension of the Campion Trail is expected to open this fall, and there is talk of adding even more in the future. This report is part of our ongoing series on infrastructure called Investing in Our Future. Members of the Irving Running Club are gearing up for the regular Monday night run.
We probably have a good core 75 that are very dedicated to running at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Most of the time, those runs are on Irving's Campion Trail.
This trail is huge to us. It allows us to run without the fear of traffic.
Nice, scenic, beautiful trail. My kid can bike with me.
Right now we have a very good trail system.
And it's a trail that's about to get longer. Crews are just about finished adding 2.7 miles of trail from the north end of Sam Houston Trail Park under MacArthur Boulevard and into Capel.
That'll complete the north end of Campion Trails. It'll give us, on the north end, about 8.5 miles.
A Dallas County grant is paying for the addition.
We've been so fortunate that Dr. Elba Garcia has worked with us very, very closely to achieve a lot of the dollars that we've needed.
Every single time they come with a project, they're ready to go. And that makes, these opportunities unique.
That new section is scheduled to open in the fall, and runners are ready.
I like the long straightaways because that's when you'll be able to really push yourself and open up for some speed.
Elsewhere on the trail, a new canoe launch is under construction at Bird's Fort Trail Park. It replaces one that had been at T.W. Richardson Grove Park.
Canoe launch had been there for many years, probably 15 years now. The floods of 2015 really eroded the bank of the river all along there, and it really wiped out the canoe launch. Because of that, we were able to get some FEMA funding.
The city's capital improvement team believes the new location will be less prone to flood damage, more easily accessible, and more visible. Across town, there is also work that will get underway on the southern section. The Campion Trail through Trinity View Park is expected to connect with Dallas's Trinity Skyline Trail by fall of 2019.
It's another 5-mile extension up to Irving Campion.
And the progress does not stop there.
We'll have another project, Delaware Creek Trail Connector project.
That federally funded project will start near Center Park and ultimately connect with the Campion Trail at Mountain Creek Preserve.
There's a lot going on.
But what generates the most buzz is the idea of connecting the north and south sections of the Campion Trail.
That would be nice to have it all one big trail. I've been waiting for that, so hopefully it happens soon.
No firm plans for that yet, but the city is studying it.
This year I'm looking at all the different property owners and easements that's needed for that project and updating my cost.
Well, what we've been able to accomplish in the city of Irving is through donations of land. We've been able to do quite a bit of it, but we're at a point where we're crossing some waters and we're having to deal with some different obstacles than we have in the past.
So connecting north and south will be more expensive than other trail projects, but Dallas County has already allocated some funds that could cover a lot of the cost.
The Trail Board of Dallas County, and I want to thank them for the leadership as well, just approved $6 million to go ahead and close the gap north and south of Campion Trail. If this happens, it will be the longest trail in Dallas County, 23 miles continuous.
Already, leaders say the city is seeing benefits from the existing trail. Organized events such as the recent Wounded Warriors Military Miles Run show how the region is capitalizing on Campion. Benefits that could increase as the trail expands.
What's really exciting is to connect to the Capel system and to connect to the Grand Prairie system. So both at the north and south, we have connected into other cities.
Every time you talk about trails, you're not only talking about increasing property values, you're also improving health. People like to live and play and exercise around trails. It's economic development for all the cities around.
Members of the Irving Running Club tell people all about the benefits they have found here, benefits not limited to fitness.
It's all just very serene, and it gives you a chance to clear your mind and de-stress and everything.
I just enjoy just the nature aspects of it. I love the renovations that the city of Irving has done, and I'm excited for the new part to come open.
Adding more opportunities for fitness and recreation on the Campion Trail. A crime on the Campion Trail that captured a lot of attention on social media and on local news is now solved. This is video from 2015 of an eagle sculpture carved in wood with a chainsaw by local artist Rob Banda. It is one of a series of carvings on the southern section of the Campion Trail near Mountain Creek Preserve for joggers and walkers to enjoy. In late August, someone stole that eagle. Following news reports of the theft, an anonymous tipster called Irving Police. Working from that information, officers served a search warrant and recovered the sculpture in a man's backyard. But you can see in this picture, it was damaged during the theft. In fact, the talons were cut off. As of production time, no arrest yet, but police do expect to file charges. Meanwhile, artist Rob Banda, who you see here creating the original carvings a few years back, says he will happily create a replacement as a gift to the city. Time is running out for residents to provide their ideas for the future of Irving parks, trails, and open space. At a series of public meetings, including the one you see here, the city and its consultant collected input from residents as Irving starts a new master plan for parks. In addition to those meetings, the city is also accepting ideas through an online survey at letsplayirving.com. That survey, which organizers say should take about 10 minutes to complete, closes on September 23rd. An 11-year-old Irving child is the first in Dallas County this year to contract Chikungunya virus. Dallas County Health and Human Services says the child got the mosquito-borne virus during a trip to India. The virus is not often fatal, but its symptoms can be disabling. Even though this case is imported, Dallas County is reminding all residents to protect themselves from mosquito bites, especially because West Nile virus remains a concern. Find prevention tips, including a refresher on the 4 Ds of mosquito protection at irvingfightsthebite.org. No one likes to get stuck in traffic. Getting around smoothly, whether it be by car, plane, or any other mode, is important to get things done and keep the economy moving. A lot of experts got together to discuss new ideas for mobility at Irving's Transportation Investment Summit. This slick video from Uber shows its planned service called Elevate. While it may look like something from decades in the future and only in the biggest cities, it may actually be only a couple of years away, and some people picture it close to home.
Especially here in our urban center, this would be a great location to have a heliport.
Our vision is to fully integrate the service, so you push one button, you go up the elevator, and the aircraft is there ready to deploy.
That's just one of the ideas people are learning about at Irving's annual Transportation Investment Summit at the Irving Convention Center.
This gives us an opportunity to highlight the new things that are out there.
The future is here.
This year in these sessions, there is a lot of attention on the future. A future likely to include autonomous vehicles.
But what we're thinking right now is that you have multimodal connectivity, you have people getting off of guided transport into autonomous vehicles.
It's going to be a lot of our solution for the last mile connection.
So we're going to go a little bit here, down the street a little bit.
For people interested in seeing what's happening now,
we're here to show you a little bit about the orange line.
Some attendees took a Dallas area rapid transit bus to see the light rail system and transit-oriented development projects. They stopped at the site where the Carpenter Ranch station will be built to serve huge new business developments.
This is going to open up in the summer of 2020.
The site visit can help people see how different modes of transportation work together.
That's coming from the airport, DFW Airport, Terminal A.
From there, they head back to the Irving Convention Center, where earlier attendees gathered to honor infrastructure champions. This year, Congressman Randy Weber, and the lifetime honors go to Victor Vandegrift.
A real privilege to be in the city of Irving, which has been a great cradle of a lot of good transportation projects and ideas over time.
And through this annual summit, Leaders believe that planning and innovation will continue. They say it's essential.
So how people are going to move around in this city as we grow to a population, our population is going to increase by another 100,000 folks over the next 20 or 25 years. How we all move around and can get around, I think, is critically important.
Transportation is a huge issue, not only for us, but the Metroplex, the state, and the country.
What we learn here today helps us as we're making decisions that impact our community in the future.
And with all of the networking and discussion, some of these futuristic ideas have a better chance of becoming reality.
This summit helps to bring about all of these different people to come together and share ideas, educate the leaders, of our city, so that we can then begin to dream big. I mean, I never thought to dream about, flying cars and all that stuff, which they won't be cars, but they'll be, flying transportation vehicles. Would have never thought about it until you start realizing this is what's out there.
Ideas of the future in focus today at Irving's Transportation Investment Summit. And our coverage of the summit continues next time on City Source. See the student competition that gave young people the chance to express their ideas for the future. In other economic development news, leaders turned out to celebrate the opening of a new regional technology and service center for Cognizant. Our team was there to hear more about the jobs and impact.
Thank you to Cognizant for choosing Irving, Texas for your regional technology and service delivery center.
I'm very excited to be here in Irving today. We are opening our new Irving Regional Delivery and Training Center. This is a 50,000 square foot center that we are opening here today. Over the next 5 years, we plan to add over 1,000 headcount to the center and to the city of Irving. We already have about 900 people today in Irving and about 4,100 employees overall in Texas.
We're just fortunate to have them here. The amount of growth they're talking about is tremendous. To bring on another, 1,000 people and to continue to grow this facility, that's awesome. That just gives us the opportunity to have more jobs in our city.
This is a great day for Irving. It's a great opportunity for our residents to have another employment opportunity here with Cognizant.
We've been told by realtors about why some companies like Cognizant comes here. And one of the answers near the top of the list is because of the talent pool in this area.
Texas has the best workforce in the United States. And I know that because of the role that Cognizant is playing, that workforce that we have in Texas already is getting even better.
So we have a 10,000 square foot training center here where we are partnering with a not-for-profit group called Perscolas to deliver technology training at no cost to the students. And over the next 36 months, we plan to train about 1,000 students here to be available either for Cognizant to hire or for other companies in the local market to hire. All companies across the U.S. are really looking for skilled technology workers. And so it's really important that we partner with local universities, colleges, partnerships like Perscolas to really help develop that talent so that American can compete to remain competitive in the global market.
Truly excited to welcome Cognizant home to Irving, Texas.
Cognizant qualified for a more than $2 million grant from the Texas Enterprise Fund. Now to the Toyota Music Factory. That's a sample of the Texas Summer Jam presented by Whataburger. That fun event is just one in a series of new, often free events on the Texas Lottery Plaza. Concerts are every Friday and Saturday night, in addition to the nights when there are ticketed concerts in the pavilion. And on certain Sundays, movies start at sundown. It's called Picks on the Plaza, presented by Alamo Drafthouse Cinema. On September 16th, it's Ghostbusters. On October 7th, it's E.T., so some classics there. Parking is free with restaurant validation. The Toyota Music Factory is an entertainment and dining destination owned by the City of Irving. See more at the end of today's show. And you can get a look inside many of the restaurants there by checking out our playlist at youtube.com/the City of Irving. And here is another entertainment option. Irving's Main Street event returns on September 21st and 22nd in the Heritage District. A car show, live music, food, art exhibit, and hot sauce contest are among the attractions. On Friday the 21st, the celebration runs from 6 until 10 p.m. On Saturday, it's noon until 6 p.m. Here is a cool way to get a preview of upcoming concerts. The entertainment series of Irving is teaming up with Big State Fountain Grill to serve free Sundays on Sunday. It's September 23rd from 4:30 until 6 p.m. In addition to the free ice cream, there will also be door prizes. By the way, we can offer a preview of what you will learn there. The entertainment series will kick off on October 19th with the music of Buddy Holly. An Irving hotel, once known in part for being pink, now has a new look outside and inside. The Embassy Suites by Hilton on State Highway 183 just got millions of dollars in upgrades.
We're at the Embassy Suites, DFW South, celebrating our grand reveal. We've been under renovation for about the last 6 months. It's about a $5.5 million renovation, so we're all excited.
This whole refresh and reveal, I mean, it's so bright and beautiful inside. I love what they've done with it.
We've completely transformed our atrium to a more sophisticated, chic, with a little bit of a New Orleans flair to it, and it just makes it a much more flexible, usable space for our guests.
This is a great property for a lot of different types of groups.
We've been coming here for 21 years now, since 1998, doing business with the Embassy. It's like my second home. So we create the weekend getaway for people, game tickets, tailgate parties, meet and greets, the day before a game, hotel. We try to do their whole 9 yards for them.
It's perfect for a business traveler. It's part of the Hilton family. So you've got people that are very loyal and steadfast to their Hilton points, and this is a perfect property for them.
Next, we'd like to invite Ian McCauley, president of American Hotel Income Properties, to come up and say a few words.
There's no better way to do it than to do it in song. Came to see the new atrium. Thank the people who got this done. When I say embassy, you say suites. Embassy, embassy, yeah.
This property has been part of Irving for a really, really long time. It's been a great property, a great performing property for a long time. And I think what you'll see with the investments being made in this corridor, particularly at this intersection right now, is you're going to start to see certainly the value of these properties rise. So that's great for the property owners, that's great for our hoteliers, but it's also great for the city because if it's a higher average daily rate, then it's going to generate a higher amount of hotel occupancy taxes. And those taxes fund not only our operations at the Convention and Visitor Bureau and the Convention Center, but also the Arts Center and all of the city's museums and preservation efforts.
On behalf of the City Council and myself, congratulations for this beautiful new facility. The remodel is outstanding.
We want to fill the hotel, we want occupancy to grow, and we just want to continue to build great partnerships and relationships throughout the community.
Nice to get a look at that. And that hotel opened in 1985. Hilton also recently opened a new Home 2 Suites nearby that Embassy Suites on 183. A new effort to share all there is to do in Irving seems to be paying off. The team formerly behind American Way magazine is now telling the stories of Irving. The first issue of their new magazine earned big honors, and we were there for the presentation at the Convention and Visitors Bureau board meeting.
What I'm here to present is quite the honor, quite the distinction. Surveyor just won an International Apex Award for publication excellence.
Very, very high-end. It's the Grammys of print.
Surveyor is our new visitor publication, and we launched it about a year ago.
It really highlights what's going on all over the city of Irving.
You can find it in our hotel rooms, but you can also find it at places, the Chamber of Commerce, the CVB, realtor offices, restaurants.
Diana is always brainstorming, and she started working with the publishers and Adam.
Our editor-in-chief is the former editor-in-chief of American Way magazine. So it's a different viewpoint of Irving from people that aren't doing this day in and day out.
What we try to do and what we aim to do is to make sure that any visitor, foreign or domestic,
to Irving that's not familiar with all the smart growth going on in Irving knows where to go to get a great meal, where to go to have top-notch entertainment.
We are so proud of the magazine and we love the city.
To be able to say that Surveyor won it right out of the gates, I think the magazine is a model and a measure of exactly what's happening here in Irving and Las Colinas.
People don't realize what we have in Irving. Someone just said to me today, I used to just drive right through Irving. Now I stop. Now I bring clients here. Residents, friends of mine, they go, I didn't know such and such is open. So we have to get the word out.
The whole world is on notice that there's something special going on here, and we're honored to be a part of it.
It's a quality production. It's a beautiful magazine. We're so proud of it.
Yeah, and if you have not seen a copy around town, it's worth checking out. You can also read it on the Convention and Visitors Bureau's website, irvingtexas.com, then click on Visitor Info. We are also very proud to share this news. At the National Government Programming Awards, CitySource received first place nationwide as Best News Series. I was at the award ceremony in Philadelphia to pick up the trophy on behalf of the ICTN team, and I also attended seminars to help us all continue to improve and innovate. It's the second time in recent years that the association NATOA named CitySource the best government news series in the country. In other news, Keep Irving Beautiful is looking for volunteers for its annual Trash Bash. It's on September 29th from 9 a.m. until noon at T.W. Richardson Grove Park. Along with the cleanup, there are some fun activities for participants and free lunch. KIB provides all the supplies and free t-shirts while they last for participants bringing a canned food donation. Sign up at cityofirving.org/KIB and look for Trash Bash on the left. And now it's time for our Pets of the Week. Here's Brett at the Animal Care Campus.
Hello everyone, I'm Brett Wheeler alongside with special guest William Brown with the DFW Humane Society for this week's Pets of the Week. And William, who do we have here?
This one here is a 4-month-old lab retriever mix, and her name is Molly. Molly's been here for, I want to say, about almost 3 to 4 weeks. She's super friendly. She's very, very goofy, and then her flaw is that she gets very jealous at times. So I think she needs a friend. She loves to play with other dogs, and then she needs children. Children is like her best friends, like all of them. She loves them all.
Does Molly need a lot of room to play?
Not necessarily. I feel like she'd be okay in an apartment. She doesn't require a lot of space. Really, her main thing is being up under you all day long. So as long as she has somebody that she's up under all day and that she can play with, she'll do fine.
All right, William, and here we have Charlotte. Tell me about her.
Well, Charlotte, she's a 5-month-old puppy. She's a pit mix, and as you can see, very active.
You know, since she is really active, what sort of family would be a perfect fit for Charlotte?
She would go to, I would say, a very average-sized family. You know, one with a couple more kids than 2. She would need a very decent-sized backyard to run around in because, again, she is super, super active. She loves to just run, play, jump in the water, just a little bit of everything.
All right, William, now we're over here in the cat room, and who do we have here?
This here is CP, short for Cutie Pie. He's a 5-month-old tabby kitten. CP has been here for about a week and a half, I believe.
And tell me a little about CP. I know she has really unique ears. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, the ear is clipped because we believe that he used to be a TNR cat, which means that he used to be a feral. Someone just brought him in, and they neutered him and then released him back out, and now he's back with us. He is a very sweet kitten. All he loves to do is just cuddle, cuddle, cuddle. You can hold him all day and just love on him all day, and he would care less. He just loves it. He loves all the attention always.
Obviously, CP is a very cool cat, but another cool event that's coming up is North Texas Giving Day. And I know a lot of Irving charities are taking part in North Texas Giving Day, and in fact, so is the DFW Humane Society. How important are events like North Texas Giving Day to small organizations like the DFW Humane Society?
Well, it's very important because we are a nonprofit organization. Everything that we do, everything that we can provide for the animals is all donation based.
So all, the food, the blankets, everything you see here is because of generous donations.
Yes, everyone has pitched in, giving bowls, blankets, towels, cat litter, dog food, cat food, you name it, we take it.
That sounds great. So if you're looking to donate to a worthy cause, please check out that for North Texas Giving Day. Back to you, Thomas.
All right, Brett, always some good choices there. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, check out the websites you see on your screen. Irving police are raising money to fight drunken driving. Coverage of Walk Like Mad is coming up next time on City Source. Also, we'll take you to a fencing tournament that drew crowds to the Irving Convention Center. And we'll show you the work underway at 2 playgrounds in Irving. These pictures provide an idea of what's to come in the future, and we are learning a lot more about the project. Those stories and others next time. And remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thecityofirving. Hit subscribe, and you can be among the first to see our videos when they are posted. Also, leave us some likes while you're there. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more from the Toyota Music Factory. Thanks to everyone who is a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.